up on dirt, and I'm routing out my casual speed run, so to speak, of Silksong. I want to go over it with myself and kind of see what I could change, see what I could do differently, because the same thing has changed, what I could do better, so on and so forth. My goal for now is to try and get it to be a 2.5, 3 hour run. That way, maybe I could get it down to like 2 hours, so that way I can play the game in one sitting. My goal is to play the game in one sitting. But this little asshole tried it. Fucked around and found out. There's nothing really interesting in the beginning of the game. Assuming you played the game already, it's very interesting. If you're playing for the first time, the backgrounds are pretty, the music is nice, the lighting effects are chef's kiss, the creatures are cute. We got the AIDS. AIDS slows you down significantly. I never did quite figure out or remember what this whole thing is that's ailing Hornet throughout the game. Hornet, who is a spider. I think it's great that Hornet's a spider. I love spiders, so I'm like, oh cool, I'm playing as a spider. It's like a dream. Now it's like, I liked the game a lot. Now I'm a spider. I love the game. So I think this is like the first turning point of the run, where it's not just a straight line. We have to commit to making a left, hitting the little, what do you call that? Hitting the little fuzzy chastity cage. And this asshole decided to follow me for so long that I'm just going to use his dumb ass as a stepping stool to my desires. Crumble before my ambitions. I pause the game every now and then, so that's kind of funny. I'm watching a speed run at the same time. Like, I'm basing the run around the speed run, but trying to grab specific items that I want on the route. Like, I want to get like 7 mask shards, some trinkets and tools. You'll see. The point is to make it casual. You want it to be fast, but you don't want it to be fucking hard, right? Like, I don't know about you, but I hate playing a game and it's hard. Like, it's so stupid. Like, I'm trying to have a good time and you're fucking it up for everybody. So, yeah, that's the whole point of the cool, casual run, man. That's why I do this. I don't do this for a lot of games, but when I love a game, I do it. This is the first boss, if you want to call it that. Boss mother. She's a little cutie. She's got an afro. And a little Vegeta Widow Peep. You know, it's so embarrassing. This enemy only did 1 point of damage. I know, like, little creatures that do 2 points of damage on contact in this game. And this big, gigantic thing with a stinger said, nah, one point of damage. Cherry. I bet this... Actually, that's probably a patch thing. I bet this thing was doing 2 damage. For the patch. God bless the patch. God bless the freaking players who rebombed the game, bro. Like, I was one of those assholes. I still haven't changed mine from thumbs down. I still wouldn't recommend that person buy this game. It's like a sequel to a 2019 game. Like, it's a 2019 game. Anyway. We are switching it up, but we just need to move forward a little bit from that spot. Hornet gets sick. It was a weird cut, but it is what it is. We're gonna pass out and we're gonna meet Snail Mama. She's one of the, well, oh my god, that's a spoiler. But I mean, if you're watching this, you should already know the storyline. So these little creatures you find every now and again, there's a couple of them. A trio, actually. They're all snails. These fucking snails and slugs. They make me sick with their void bullshit. And they've been pulling this nonsense since the Hollow Crotch. Nobody likes it and nobody likes them. That's why they get exiled and they live like in little tribes in the corners of the continents. They're sickening. So we just got our first and probably only objective, the Great Citadel, which is go to the Citadel. Pretty sick. I think we're gonna start moving again. There we go. Nice light. That's a little movement strategy, apparently. You can't go too close to the ground, because then she'll hit the ground and it'll stop, and it's a moot point. The bone bottom! Oh my god! It's like if the rock was a bone, you know? And the bone says, know your damn role. Checking his wares as if I didn't know what I wanted to buy from him, but, you know, part of me was just like, I just want to do it, you know, just look at it. I plan on buying the mask shard. I fuck around and do it in a stupid way in this run that I'm gonna completely negate, but I'll talk about it when we get there. I'm trying to practice those little ledge flips. They're fun. Ledge flip, ledge flip, ledge flip. Change links to little flips. Little flip, little flip, little flip. Oh, didn't get it. Got it. I realized enemies are just a resource to refill your spool. So, like, I gotta stop killing enemies if I don't need to, you know? Now we gotta lead this little feller, this cute little feller, up here. And I gotta find out a more easy, consistent way to do this. I got it on my first try. Literally, that was the first time I ever did that. Oh, God.
Hit that fucking block up there, asshole.
Pashanka. Pashanka. Bitch. Sure fucking Pashanka me. I'll big chungus you. I don't want any of your shitty maps. Wipe my ass with your maps. Fucking expensive. Should be 10 rosaries a piece, you fucking bitch. Charging highway robbery out here because you're the only cartographer in the whole fucking universe. Going left. Back in Moth Home. Back like we never left. I feel like we never left. Where were we just now? Gotta hit the little slime ball and then hit the other slime ball. I have to hit the switch, man. I'm gonna open up this secret. Grab this. This is money. That's that mun for later, you know? Fucking traps, man. See how you like it. Oh, well, they died on the trap. But that doesn't really have the same effect, you know? They were just a husk by the point of impact. It's not really as satisfying, you know? This little asshole. I don't even know if that's part of the run. I just did it because it seemed like it was there. But yeah, we're already grabbing our first upgrade in 10 minutes. It's pretty solid. That's the dash, I think, right? No, that's... What am I talking about? That's the... This thing. Ugh. Yeah, that. This little asshole. Gotta refill my spool, boy. Get my spool. What's that? Yeah, that's important. Gotta get your rosaries, kids. Gotta say your prayers. Something interesting going on down here? I mean, I should have went down here before I committed to walking all the way back over there. Let's see if there's anything good. Oh yeah, I gotta unlock this. This is my grinding spot. That's why I did this. Okay. This actually makes sense. I'm not even gonna need this grinding spot. I just need to go to the Bell Beast. There's nothing in the area behind me. I wasted a ton of time. Not even gonna win. Gonna lose on the Bell Beast. Cocoon up! Being greedy for no reason. I'm not trying to make world record pace here. It's a pretty simple fight though, actually, it's not that bad. Now it starts raining bells. They do one bounce and then they dissipate. So you just gotta be careful of that one bounce. Man, look at all that shit. Okay, there we go. We got the double pogo going on. Getting a little cocky. So, you know, when you start throwing the silk shot out, you're like, alright, I ain't gonna get hit. The fuck? No way. Ain't no bitch. You know? I'm not scared. Who the bitch now, fatty? Pregnant ass bitch. Get out of here. Be my mount. Be my servant mount for all of eternity. Give me your heart. Waking up in a dream. A spider's favorite dream. Any normal person's worst nightmare. I think it's kind of cool. It probably would feel really weird though, that's for sure. I like spiders, but I tell you what, when they get their webs on me, I am roast out. All those shits feel weird. Come, child, witness our baking. It's just like a bunch of homies smoking a bowl. I fucked fat ass bong, ripping some dabs. Just fucked up, man. I'm telling you, like straight cooked. We wake up.
Now it's time. Although I think I'm gonna postpone this little detour till later, but for now, for the sake of this specific run, I'm gonna head back to Bone Bottom and buy that mask that I grinded all that money for. But I think it's kind of a waste of time because the mask frag won't be useful until I get all 4, which I won't have until I visit this place like 2 more times. So I'm starting to think I might just condense it to 2 trips instead of 3 and skip this one entirely. I thought I had to come back to grab a quest, but the quest isn't there, so I'm deciding to take it out of the route. Something for a memory locket. Might have been too much work anyway to track these stupid things around the map, so yeah, this is probably a complete waste of time. I would cut this, do it later. Basically unlock the Bell Beast and keep it moving. Forget about the Bone Bottom trip that I just did. I'm just leaving that there so I remember that there's a mask fragment. But realistically, there's a much better point to do that. You skip that bell animation by walking in and then out. Amazing stuff. And now we are here in the Marrow. Not as disgusting as it sounds. Rolling idiots. Kill them because you can. If you want. I didn't even get to pick up the beads, but generally if you're killing those humanoid types, it's for the beads. Moving forward, I'm gonna go down there and grab those. Like, why the hell would I just leave those there? It's silly. I also believe there's something good behind that explosive wall where that pilgrim was walking up there. Gotta check that out on my next run. Oh, no, wait. Or is that... No, I think that's just craft metal. You can ignore that. It's a waste of time. We're never gonna use craft metal. I'm gonna head on down. This is where we get our first red tool, probably our first and only red tool. I don't think I'm gonna go for I was gonna go for the fire enhancement as well, but it might not be worth it. Just gotta spend 500 for a pilgrim key. So if I do get a second red tool, it's still up in the air as to which one it would be. Has to be really easy to grab and not require anything. Like that. Not 100% sure if I want to rest up there, but that's where we rested. So. Big boy's alive, so you might want to take him out easily. Got the throwing daggers too, if you want to take him out from range. I feel like the good thing about grabbing those throwing daggers is that it covers a lot of screen space compared to your sword. You know, just having a ranged option is pretty fucking unparalleled when all you have is a melee attack. So I think in the straight pins, like I honestly always had like straight pins slotted. They were never useless. They're always good. It's basic, like it's just like the dagger from Castlevania. It's basic, but it gets the job done in those dirty situations. I'm a fan. Although it is 2025, I can't believe they only got the straight pin and they left out the gay pin. It's pretty messed up. So now we're in the deep docks. And we're gonna head... I think our next upgrade is the running, which is the best upgrade in the game. We're gonna bonk this dude's head if he could, you know, do the right thing, stop being a douche. There you go. I like the enemies here with their funny helmets. Yeah, using the down path is the path of least resistance. There's just like molten rocks that if you stand on them for too long you'll take damage, but I mean really, why would you stand on them for too long? I might consider grabbing those rosaries moving forward though. I like rosary beads. They're helpful. Fucking fire ants, man. They're just as annoying in real life, too. At least I think they're fire ants. What other ant could they be? They're so vicious. Gotta do a little arena action. A little disappointed I couldn't silk spear both of them, but you get all your silk back from those fellas anyway. Don't matter. Probably go for a silk spear right here too. I think I was saving it though, just in case, you know. For assholes like this. Still didn't use it though. There we go. Nice, dude. Nice, dude. Pretty easy arena, no, I'm not gonna lie. Look down with the right stick. I believe we're almost there. Not much longer now. Here we go. Game changer right here. Swift step. Hold RT to be the goat. Nice one, dude. I just like to hit switches, man. I don't even know what half of them are doing. We're not buying maps. I just gotta, you know, like, what's the point of buying a map if you could just look at a map online? If the maps were free, I'd be like, okay, cool, but they're not free, so it's not worth. Better off just inconveniencing yourself slightly and using your phone. open this path up. Now, this is an optional choice that I decided to make. I said, you know, I kind of want the bench just in case I lose to Lace, which, you know, I suck, so I was pretty sure I could have. There's also some shards in here you can grab, which is useful for shurikens, or straight pins, whatever you want to call them. It's a little arena in here, unfortunately. Nice. Blocked the whole fucking special. Nice. See, that's what I like about having the dagger, man, you know? There's times where there's just like, oh, clean hit. Too bad I don't have a ranged option. But now we do. Air healing is incredibly OP and I love it. Cooked. Well, if I'm being 100% honest, the Lace fight is pretty easy. I'm probably not going to do this anymore. Although I might end up using the Forge Sister to get one of my red tool options, so I don't know. We'll see. I gotta go over it all when it's done. Speaking of Lace, here she is. Miss Milk Silk herself. I'm an editing lord. This is actually a separate cut. I was just doing the true ending battle last night, so I've been getting a lot of Lace practice. Now this seems like nothing compared to what you have to deal with at the end. It's like a joke. You could probably do this with your eyes closed. I never did end up getting that true ending. I gave up. I'm waiting for a easy cheese strat to drop on YouTube because I'm at wit's end with it. It's a pretty stupid fight. Actually, I like the fight up until the end point where like you win and you're like, oh cool, it's over. And then like there's another part and it's like, why is this part even here? I already proved that I could win. Now you're just adding stupid nonsense to the fight. Make it more aggravating than difficult. I saved and quit so I could get a heal. So I guess grabbing the bench might not be the worst idea, but there's a bench right here, so it might be the worst idea, actually. Nice, dude. We've made it to the Farfields. We're here, baby. We're fucking here. We're just spooling up, you know what I'm saying? Getting that spool ready like grandma knitting a sweater. I believe the Farfields, actually most of the, like, everything is pretty much just running to the right for a while. Just pretty much all the deep docks is, I'm trying to wall jump. Deep docks is all running to the right. Farfields is literally running all the way to the right. And then eventually you go left to go to Greymoor, left and up. But for this portion of the game, from like the Marrow and Farfields until Greymoor, you're just going right. It's actually so easy, it's actually kind of boring in a way. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's not boring. Keeping my health, staying topped off. That shit is so important. Like, I've realized the game is so much easier than the first time I've tried playing it, because in my first playthrough, I'm just banging my head against the wall trying to get cheap kills. But now I understand that you gotta really... Nice damage boost, dude. Now I understand that you really gotta like play patient, look for openings to heal, and just fight it out. As tempting as it is to go all in, it's just not worth it. Full degen is not the play. Now we're gonna talk to the Seamstress to get the annoying gathering quest for the parachute cloak. This quest is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Go to the right. Who would have thought? Go to the right, and you gotta kill these like puffers with little spikies in them. Little puffer bugs. Little spikies in them. Took me forever when I first played to figure out you just tap the needle and then pick up the item. I was like, yo, why don't these guys drop the fucking needle when I kill them? And I was like, oh my god, I'm stupid. I got super lucky. I got this shit. I only had to like respawn them once or twice. It was so quick. I was editing it and I was like, oh, I guess I should probably cut out all the times I go back and forth. And it was like, there was no times that I went back and forth. I was like, how the hell did I get 25 off 4? It's crazy. So you hit this wall here, that'll create a respawn point essentially for these little puffers. And yeah. You need 25 cores in total, which is fun. Oof, almost hit that lava. Would have been fucking war crime. Nice. It's fucking air gust, man. Fucking gust man. Airman from Mega Man 2. Wa-na-na-na. Wa-na-na. There it is. When you see the text turn yellow, you quit to menu, baby. You'll be right here where you last saved. You'll hook up the bitch with the cores. Fatty gonna make you a moo-moo. She got her moo-moo. She said, let me make you a moo-moo. That way you can be a fat bitch, too. And that's when you install Fat Silksong mod. Fat Hornet mod. So now you got the Drifter's Cloak, so Silksong can cloak. That's his new special ability. For all you fucking weirdos out there, you got the naked Silksong. If you're into him like that. They chat a little more. They're very chatty, these bugs. They got a lot to say for creatures with a very, very, very tiny intellect. You know, as much as I was thinking, I gotta go right, gotta keep going right. This is where the shit gets different. You gotta go left. You gotta pop some zits. Gotta stop playing like shit. Like a fucking dog. Killing these guys just for no reason at all, really. I guess to get more shuriken mats. Nice fucking 45-degree strike, dude. Yeah, the key is to go into this corner and go through that, and then bam, zits, pop them motherfuckers. And you can pop the ceiling and get to the next direction. That ain't right. I'll pop that zit. Ugh. This is gonna be a mask shard. Super important. Gonna get a total of 8 mask shards for a total of 7 masks. I felt pretty strong at when I finally got about 7 masks. So we'll see how it goes. Granted, I had 7 masks and the charm from the red ant. That gives you that extra hit, but we're gonna try to not get that, because I really don't want to have to go through Hunter's March at all. But if I gotta add it in at some point, I will. But for now, the goal is to do it without it. Save once you get the mask, and you'll be back there. And now we're gonna go deal with Blitzcrank. As you can see, it's a little edited. Nice. I tried to do the skip. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just winging it. This was actually the closest I ever got. She actually bopped the ledge but didn't grab it. So with that, I give up and I actually fight Blitzcrank like a G, which is probably not worth. Moving forward, I do want to learn the skip, because we never have to come back to this direction. Because the only things that's here are for later, and they're super endgame and they're super fucking hard. Like, they're just for 2 mask shards, which I don't need. So, fuck them. Fuck them in the mouth. If they do any better, they wouldn't put a fucking bunch of shitty ass fucking savage Beastfly boss fights and dumbass motherfucking platforming challenges after a super hard arena with no floor, just for some fucking mask shards. So we're skipping those. Look at Blitzcrank going absolutely crazy. Trash detected. This goes here. That's what he's saying. Or it. That's what it's saying. Really, all you gotta do is beat the shit out of it. It doesn't really have a very intense attack pattern. I died on him a couple of times because I was impatient, but for the most part, as long as you exhibit patience, it's a pretty fucking easy boss. It gives you plenty of good windows to heal. It's got a lot of health though. It's definitely like a, compared to all the bosses we fought so far, this is really like the first spongeometer, spongeometer fuckboy boss. They pretty much all get like this with this, you know, after a while, unfortunately. Spongy ass boss. But thankfully, in the future, we'll be skipping this piece of shit. Scrub daddy ass. I didn't add any spool fragments to this whole run. It was kind of an accident. I forgot to look at the spool fragments, but I'm starting to think I'm not going to get any spool fragments, and I'll probably just get the spool extender later on for 720 in Song 3. That'll be my spool action. Blitzcrank is dead. We can engage on the ADC now. Go, go, go. The Clanker is fucking dead. Now, I fucked up at this point. You're supposed to go all the way down to grab your warding bell, which is one of our tools that we're going to be using for a pretty long time. In the end, I'm going to be using a Reaper Claw with a spool extender and weave light for maximum silk action without having to pick up any spoolage. I don't know why I went back in there. Really weird stuff. Now you're gonna ride this bitch up. All the way up. Nothing could stop you. Go all the way up. Gonna head to Pilgrim's Rest. Gonna skip that for now. Basically, we're heading to Greymoor. Greymoor. Nothing special about that. You know, we're just gonna basically ride the wind like we're playing Chrono Trigger in Dendoro Mountain. Gonna ride the wind all the way up. was trying to see if you could cheese that, but I go the natural way. Now you can use these ants right here to get some free, well not free, you gotta earn them. But you can get some rosaries from these guys if you want to open up the fast travel point right down there. But again, I'm just kind of wasting time. You can, I think the optimal way to do this, well, the most optimal way, is go all the way up to Greymoor, just grind the money, and then work your way back down and unlock everything. But unfortunately here I do it this half-assed backwards way. Like a fucking clown. Now this is probably when I should be going back to buy the mask shard, but again, shouldn't even be doing this now. You should do this after you unlock the farming point in Greymoor. So again, I'm just kind of doing this out of order. I was just lazy and didn't change it. So we are going to save at the bone bottom bench. To help us get back faster. I'm going for a mask shard. I'm not exactly sure where it is. I know like where it is, but I don't know where it is. Now this is important. It's the reason I said earlier to fucking make sure you hit that block, because if you don't hit that block, you gotta do the stupid savage, you gotta do the Beastfly skip again. It's stupid. I actually had a really hard time getting it the second time this time around. So I would say my first one shot was beginner's luck, because I had a very hard time locking them down this time. You can also, instead of killing, go right into here. There's some free shit you can grab. Free rosaries. Since we're grinding and needing rosaries soon, it's a pretty solid spot to grab. I think it's about 60. Pretty sure it's 60. So that's pretty nice. Quick 60 in your pocket. Now if you didn't forget to hit the block, there would be a something right here that you could jump on to get right back up. But I thought that was pretty clever what I did. To be honest, I was kind of proud of myself for that. I was like, you know what? Let me heal and then bop him again. But yeah, that block over there, I think what you could do is lure that person over and then pogo to it. That's probably the play. So I don't think I can make the jump ordinarily. Maybe I can. Should be almost to the mask shard. Now that was a mistake, resting there. Don't do that. That's a fucking mistake. Because we're gonna port to bone bottom after we grab this sumbitch. Some careful parachuting and you can actually do this without the parachute, but again, like, it's pointless to come back so early. It's pointless even to come back this early. It's gonna be the asshole, that fucking asshole. Guy's a fucking asshole. Probably just do a regular sprint jump right out of the room. Don't even gotta wait for the spit. Fake wall right here. Mask shard. Quit to title. Basically what we're buying is the memory locket and the weighted belt. The weighted belt is going to be one of my main tools, because the yellow tools suck balls. The only good yellow tool is weighted belt and compass, and we're not getting compass. So... oh, I'm sorry. The only other good yellow tool is magnetite dice. So we're getting magnetite dice and weighted belt for our 2 yellow tools. And we don't get magnetite until blasted steps, so it's a bit of a while. Plus, we don't really go to blasted steps because we take the phantom route to the citadel, so we don't have to ring the bells. Which means I'm not exactly 100% sure when I'm gonna route in the dice, but it's definitely getting in there at some point. And we're finally in Greymoor, next area. The excitement is serious. Real exciting shit. Kill these bastards, do it fancy. Once you get the Reaper fucking crest, it's over. All fancy combos are gone. You become a slob. You become a fucking slob, a sloppy bitch. I don't know what's down there, but maybe next time I'll check. Could be something like, oh wait, no. I said, you know what, fuck that, I want to know. Pretty sure it's just some bullshit. I feel like there's something more to that, for sure. See, is this worth it? Oh yeah, hell yeah, super worth it. Some more rosaries for later. Gonna need that. So yeah, definitely gonna keep that in the route. It's easy to grab, it's on the way. No reason not to, really. Now these are the guys we're gonna be grinding. Ooh, pause. We're not grinding any guys. These are the guys we're going to be killing over and over again for money. Once we unlock the front door to this bar. Right there, that front door that I just punched. Fuck that door. These guys are assholes. They drop beads though, but they're not worth fighting because they're a pain in the fucking balls. I don't know why I'm interacting with the game half the time. 90% of the time the strat is just don't interact with the fucking game. Like, actually just run past every fucking enemy. Unless you need that spool. You need to put that shit on a spool. I'm gonna go in, talk to Creed. Or Crage. I don't really know how to pronounce it. I think it's Creed. That's what I saw it called. Gonna grab the bench. It's gonna be important. Because we're gonna be saving and quitting every time we kill these assholes. But really, just a quick silk spear and just about melts them. Not my most elegant dance, but a dance nonetheless. You're gonna just quit instead of fucking around. You're gonna do that for a long time, and then after you get, I'm pretty sure, let's see, the belt is like 160, and the memory locket is like 150, and then you need 30 to get in. So I don't know, I'm probably gonna grind up about 500, 600, just to be safe. And again, it might be ideal to go back and get the mask now too. So you might want to save up 300 plus the 160 plus the 150. So that's about 310, 600 plus the 30 to get in 640. I'd say grind up about 700. 700 masks. That's not, yeah, 700 masks. You'd be fucking rocking. 700 beads. Now you'll see my bead count is fucking weird because I actually cut, like, I originally went to the memory locket and then I remembered, oh shit, that's right, I want to buy that tool pouch too. So just fucking farm up 1,000. Farm up 1,000 gold rosaries. And then teleport back with a quit out, and you're back in Greymoor. Our next thing is the Reaper. We're gonna grab the Reaper's crest, our first and only crest. Once we get Reaper, it's over, S+ tier. You already know what it is. Best Pogo, longest reach, and slow attack isn't really a big deal in this game because 90% of the time greeting for extra hits just gets you fucking killed anyway. So Reaper really teaches you how to exhibit patience and play correctly. And when you really need to attack fast, you got your daggers. Just throw them, motherfuckers. That's what we picked them up for, man. They're our supplementary utility equipment piece. They complement our melee arsenal. I didn't know the way exactly, so I kind of fuck around like a moron for a little while. Like, definitely don't need to fight that Might. And might I ask why in God's name they have 3 fucking HP? So ridiculous, honestly. They should be like 2 hits max. It's a tiny little thing. I like these guys, they're cool. I like their design and their scissors. They must be really little scissors. Probably really cute. Look at their little hats. Who made those? You know? I'm asking the important questions. You don't want that money. Money's starting to get a little important now. But it's easier to grind now, at least. You got these good grind spots. So, it's cool. Now, the cool thing about grabbing the Reaper Shrine is after you get the Reaper Crest, it counts as a spawn point. So if you lose against Moorwing, you'll teleport back at the Reaper Shrine, which is only a couple of seconds away. It's the most efficient route back to Moorwing for sure. I think. I don't think there's any benches closer. Could be wrong though. Don't care enough to check. But the spawn at the Reaper Crest is free, and it's something you gotta do anyway. I think I'll probably grab those rosaries moving forward if I can. See? I just saw those rosaries there, and I'm pretty sure I don't pick them up. Or do I? I feel like I'd be a goofball not to. Oh, look at that, I'm not going to pick them up. I'm a real piece of shit. That's crazy. This is the entrance to the Reaper. You can tell by the candles. I remember trying to do this originally. I don't know if they nerfed it in the patch or something. But I could swear on all things holy that this was so much more difficult. And there was like a gigantic fat dude as a boss and all this other shit. I could be making all this. I could just like, it could be PTSD, but I swear I had to do this arena several times before I finally did it right. And it was really pissing me off. And I remember when I got the crest, I was like, that's it? I did all that fucking shit for a fucking crest and it's slow and stupid and it's ass. I was so disappointed at first. And then I used it and I was like, wait, holy shit. All the times I would usually miss in melee, I'm actually hitting now because my sword actually has this thing, a reasonable reach. So yeah, you just kill a couple of guys. You just drive by with a couple of guys, and then next thing you know, you got Reaper in your eyes. Bam. I think this is the last dude. Nope. Nice. Sometimes you gotta, you know, I was thinking I should heal, but that was just too good a setup. And that's it. And I feel like this is one of the first really good, exciting upgrades, because Reaper's Crest is just too good, man. It's the first crest I got in my first playthrough, too. So. I barely ever switched it. Eventually, when I felt like I was good, quote unquote, I really like the Hunter Crest the best, if I'm being honest. It's my favorite. I feel like you could do the coolest looking combos with it. I like Wanderer a lot too, actually. I just got into Wanderer recently because I realized, like, you just face tank bosses and just swing as fast as you can while on the Flea Brew. Yo, you don't need strategy. Not gonna lie. Like, as long as you got a good path to heal yourself, you know, as long as you know, like, a good way to get a heal in, you'll be fucking cooking. But that's neither here nor there. That's just a little pro tip for you. Wanderer's kind of slept on. It's a boss killer machine. Yeah, please leave. See, now every time you die to Moorwing, you'll start right there. And Moorwing is just like down and to the left, which is great. More rosaries, can't go wrong with that. Yep, and Moorwing is to the left. That was actually a cut. My editing, see, my cocoon is there. Yeah, you wouldn't have even known. I could be fucking. I should be. Speedrunner should be paying me to make him some fake speedruns. I'm sitting here watching me play like a sloppy bitch, and I'm thinking, how the fuck do I win this? But the cool thing about this game is, like, you can fuck up a lot as long as you don't die. You just have to stop fucking up so you can heal yourself. So as hard as it is, it's really on you if you die, I guess. I watched the speedrun enough times to get pretty good at this guy. Like, oh, I know what he does now. He's really not that hard. I remember when I first played this, I needed fucking Zaza in the night to help me. Now I was playing it again. I was like, I really needed Zaza in the fucking night to help me? Like, I'm a joke. I'm an actual joke. Like, you can walk up to your friends and say, hey, look at that guy. And then all of them will start laughing and say, that's a fucking great joke. Speaking of jokes, this thing should be almost dead. Love the design. Cool looking creature. Look at that. They're so cute when they die, too. Fucking bitch. Hold that L. With your little tentacle hands. No fingers. Hairy ass fingers. Throw in some quick reminders. I gotta make sure to do this before I go to Moorwing. You gotta open the quick travel door. And you gotta grab a memory locket after killing Moorwing. But you gotta save at the haunted Bellhart first. So you can just warp right after grabbing the memory locket. Now we're just gonna keep heading left from the bench. And we're gonna end up in the next area. It's just the Shellwood, boy. It's Shelly, it's Woody. It's a little bit of both. Just don't call it Sheldon Woodson. Now this place is a little more confusing than all the last areas we've been to. You gotta go up and around and do all this funny stuff. You gotta do the Calamari Skip, which we'll talk about that when we get to it. Nothing really too interesting happening, just some fun platforming action. No idea what I'm doing. I actually had no idea. I was like, do I have to bop this guy? So I bopped him. I don't think I had to do that at all, actually. I think I just fucked myself. Gonna be an arena here. I guess I must have died. Editing magic. There's the kitty in the background talking that bullshit. Oh yeah, these idiots killed me. Man, them daggers, bruh. They're useful. Nice silk shot, dude. Now this guy's gonna be an asshole. It's gonna be a little tricky dicky, flying up there like a douche. We're gonna need this bench, so it doesn't hurt to grab it now while we can. We're gonna use it later to save before Widow. And we're gonna use it to save now. So it's double useful. Grabbing this elevator. Look at the purple creatures. They're purple. They're purple and strange. And then we're gonna head on left. True to dough. I think. Who knows? Pashanka, bitch. Gonna ignore that. That's troll. That's troll. Some more of these little assholes are gonna spawn. They're actually useful if you have some damage, you get some hits in, you can heal up. So, they're not the worst obstacle. Not the best, but not the worst. Now, normally you would just go straight right, but we're not fucking pros, so we're gonna grab the fast travel for later. Actually, I think I'm gonna take this out of the run because the only reason I did this was because I wanted to go to Blasted Steps and grab Magnetite dice. But the Blasted Steps is completely closed off and I have no idea how to open it, so I guess I'm gonna have to save Magnetite dice for Act 2 and we could go straight from the Grand Cathedral. Or whatever that place is called. Now we're gonna Calamari Skip. And I call it Calamari Skip because I have to be different. Because in my family, when people go, Garama, Garama, it means calamari. Because we're stupid Italians that don't know how to pronounce things correctly. Well, it's not that we're stupid, it's just we pronounce the C as a G. I don't know why, and we get rid of that, and we get rid of the I at the end. You know, it's the same with Gabago. It's actually Capicoli, Capicoli, like Galama, Calamari. So, now I actually get really lucky. This is my first Calamari skip, and I managed to do it on the last bop. But that was the first time I ever actually tried the skip. So that was cool. That was cool. I was like, so far, all the tricks are pretty easy to do. Nothing complicated, which is nice. You know, you gotta keep it casual. If it was a difficult skip, it wouldn't have made it, you know. I didn't do something called a Timothy Chalamet skip because well, you'll see when I get there. But I'm not doing that shit. It's probably easy to do though, looked easy, but we get tax, boy. We get tax in this bitch. We're like Democrats running for mayor because we love our tax. Now we're just heading on through some secret walls here. Secret pain in the walls. Some pogo. And here it is, the next upgrade, which I do believe is the claw. Now that we have that, we're going to head backwards, because this creates a save point for us. We're going to head backwards. We're going to grab our next mask shard, which I do believe gives us our 6th point of health. Kitty. And that 6th point of health is going to be useful in fights like versus Widow and whatnot. So if you haven't gotten the mask yet for 300 in Bone Bottom, you can use the fast travel point to head on back there and do that now. Which this might actually be the most optimal time. Actually, the most optimal time to go back and get that mask shard would be after Widow, because you'd have the needle in, and you could go right to Weave Nest. But I'm not fighting Widow with only... Gonna fight Widow with only fucking 5 HP? Are you fucking nuts? Quit out. And, bada bing, bada boom. Don't heal at the bench, because we got big balls, apparently. I don't know what my fucking problem is. An asshole. Now I'm fucking saving up fucking thread to heal. Could have healed at the bench, stupid. You fucking idiot. You're fucking moron. Go down the hole, stupid. Fucking jackass. What are you looking at? Keep going. Bro. Past me is a schmuck, bro. Like, past me has no fucking clue, bro. Anyway, we're heading back this way. We skipped Sister Splinter, by the way. That was the point of doing that skip. It's fucking lit. Love skipping shitty bosses. Now we're unlocking the path towards Widow. You gotta fight the little pubic regions with bells on their heads now. There's some out of control pubic regions that are much bigger than that. But there they are, pubic region. It's called waxing, dude. Get that shit fixed. What you doing? No landing strip? These fuzzy fat boys gonna be flapping up and down. They cost 2 masks, so you don't want to play with these boys. But you could pogo off their heads with your big fucking pogo swing. God bless the Reaper, courtesy of the Reaper. Don't fear the Reaper. I believe this. Yep, we got a little shortcut to the bench, which is very, very nice. Very, very nice. Now, if you're good at the game, unlike me, you could skip going to the bench and just one-shot the bitch. Thankfully, I said, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be cool, calm, and collected. Head back, get that motherfucker saved. Yeah, man. What's this? Oh, useless. Never do that. Never do that again. Fucking cum catcher, bro. The fucking cum guzzlord. And there it is. Bada bing, bada boom. Rest up there. Sit on that motherfucker. Don't just look at it. The hell's wrong with you? What are you, smoking that crank? Wasn't that good? Dumb motherfucker. Now we're just doubling back from where we just came from. Why am I not cutting the footage? Because just my luck, when I'm replaying the game, I'm gonna forget where to go. Which is crazy because it's just a straight line. But I was never good at being straight. I'm a fucking gay man, watch out. Calamari! Where did that cocoon come from? It's like they sent it from the heavens. It's like I didn't die and this is my second attempt or anything. Even though this fight's actually incredibly easy. There's 2 phases to it. In the first phase, she threads bells at you for the most part, and you can see where they're coming from, and they do a single bounce, so you don't want to like run under them after they hit the ground. The dash is kind of annoying because when you try to pogo her, sometimes it can bounce, so you gotta wait till like really late to use the pogo. You'll see later in the fight. Yeah, see, you could hit like the edge of it with the pogo slash, but you have to wait, or else it'll bounce. I'm saving the cocoon for later so I can try and spam some silk shots, I think, or just have a free heal on deck, which is nice. You know, you don't want to always go right for your cocoon if you can have a strategic cocoon. Even I just fucked it up, and I was pissed, so I started fucking just throwing the shit. I actually was just throwing the whole fight. I was really mad that I hit my cocoon. And when you could see the difference in when I play, when I'm fucking mad, like, you fucking cunt. So now I'm like regaining my composure mid-fight, like, no, I could save this, you know? And I remember I said this earlier in the video, the game, as long as you have 1 point of health left, you can always make a comeback. And that's one, as annoying as this game's difficulty can be sometimes, that's actually a really cool feature. If you want to call it a feature. It's a game that says never give up, even when you should. Because if I gave up even when I should, I wouldn't have won this fight. So, you know, you gotta hang on to hope. We make it to phase 2. Sloppiest widow fight in the fucking world. Someone came on the screen. Someone just put fucking cum on that left corner there. Fucking disgusting. The second part of the fight, everything's just a little faster than before, a little more aggressive on the slashes, bells be flying and shit. But I mean, she gives you so many easy opportunities to heal that you shouldn't be dying here. I mean, maybe you could die once like I did. You could die once. That's pretty pro. Only once. Because I died once. I can't hold you to a higher standard. I am fucking garbage. And once again, I was annoyed. Like, this fight was really fucking bad. I was ready to just give up there. I was just like, I'm just gonna keep slashing until she dies. I face tanked, and thankfully it was the right choice. Molest that bitch! Now we're gonna go up and get the needle in. I'm gonna skip all this shit though. It takes forever. Just know you gotta go through this shit. Alright, now that all that bullshit is taken care of, we keep it moving. You can actually quit out on this bell at a certain point, but I didn't feel like trying it because, God forbid, I fucked it up, you know? I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to fuck it up. So I just let it do its thing. Objective completed. We have freed the Bellhart, which means we are now free to go get these motherfucking upgrades and shit. Upgrades and shit, that shit. Bitch, this is album number 2. Yep, more than before. There'll be more and more and more. More thirsty. Trying to get inside yo shit. Trying to throw your whole chemistry off. That was the intro to the, it's when Busta Rhymes is talking to Dodomite. He just got back from some shit. I don't know if y'all ever listened to the skits on the Busta Rhymes albums, but they're godlike. First thing you want to do in Bellhart is to talk to Scrounge, get that money. Love that money. You know, love that money. And once we get a bit of this money in our pocket, we are going to go to the sword shop and use none of it because bro does shit for free because he's that bro. My man Pliny. My man Pliny, he's skinny. He knows what's up though. He knows how to fuck with a needle. Look at that. Run it on some silk. Put that shit, wipe that shit down. Ooh. Get the dirt off. Yes. And there you go. There you have it. Needle is sharpened. We have a level 2 blade now, baby. We're going for that level 3 blade max. I'm going to grab the missing courier quest because this is going to unlock a spool fragment. And it only takes like half a second to do, really. And we want as much as we can get from shops as possible without having to go out of our way walking on the map like a couple of fucking schmucks, you know? So now we're going to talk to her, buy that memory locket. If you also want to, if you don't like quitting before you die, you can take a $20 bead tax and roll up whatever beads you got. This is like the 3rd time I've had to do this. The game like never saves it. It's so weird. It's like some kind of glitch. I'm gonna leave that in just to like show you, like, y'all saw me upgrade my Reaper like hours ago. Isn't that weird? And that's not the first time that's happened to me. Okay, now we're heading on back to Bone Bottom. Going to Weave Nest Altar, which is this direction. Not misdirection. Also, we gotta grab a spool from behind that elevator. I mean, we gotta go up that elevator and grab a spool. There's a little reminder. I recorded it and showed me getting it, but my Steam Deck is a piece of shit and froze the fucking footage, so you don't actually see it, but use a map and you'll find it. Just look online, there's an interactive map, it's super useful. It's literally like you Google and type Silksong map, is the first thing that comes up in a Reddit post, so. Anyway, this is Weave Nest, you use the needle in to get in. Needle in to weasel in. Gonna go all the way right. I don't even think actually no, you need to turn this on to hit the elevator. We're not even gonna bother upgrading our Hunter Crest. I did, just because I was down here, but there's really no point to. So we're gonna do that. We got our 5th mask shard down here. See, that's why that weird cut. Go to the right, get to the wall. This way. It's gonna be a spoolie, big spoolie for the toolie down here. You're gonna love that. We love some maximum spoolage. We like to spill our spool all over. Bam. It's our first extra one. That's our first 2. I don't know how many this run's gonna have. I'm gonna try and add as many as I can. An even amount, of course. You know, it'd be kind of stupid to grab like 7 fragments. Gotta go for 8. Number 8. Remember that Simpsons joke? Now, you don't want to rest there. I made that mistake. But if you don't rest there, you can warp all the way back to Bellhart after this little excursion. You just have to have enough faith in yourself that you can defeat 2 Moss Mothers, which you should have faith in yourself to beat 2 Moss Mothers, okay? If I could do it, a low down, no good, big forehead having degenerate scum. Dirt, literal dirt. If I could do it, you could do it, alright? There's no reason for this incompetence. I'm actual garbage. I suck. Like, it's not even a joke. I'm not kidding. I'm not trying to be funny. I fucking suck. I would have been better sucking dick for a nickel than trying to fucking be playing video games. Anyway, this is where them Moss Mothers be chilling. 2 Moss Mothers, no Moss Father. What's going on? They came on the side of my screen again. They came. Who is they? Who knows? They do feel a little beefier than the first encounter, but they still really out here only doing 1 damage, so you can kind of face tank if you really want to. I wouldn't recommend it. But as you can see, it works. I just took a shit ton of damage for no reason. And I was barely, you know, any other enemy and I would have been dead, because it would have been 2 points each. Even if it was like those falling rock crumbs probably do 2 points of health damage. These Moss Mothers don't. They must be embarrassed. Whenever you can get a, you know, double silk shot, you should definitely take the shot. Or is it Silk Spear? I don't remember. I call it Silk Spear and Silk Shot. For what it's worth, even though there isn't 2 points of damage, it's still a pretty fun and engaging fight. It just goes to show you, Team Cherry, you don't need to have shitty health, shitty damage to create a good fight. Although this game is like obsessed with adding ads to the boss fights. It really makes you wonder, like, were they out of steam or something, bro? Like, did they run out of all their good boss ideas in Hollow Knight? And you had some epic fights in that game. So, the freaking Ringmaster, granted those were DLC bosses. Actually, come to think of it, some of their best bosses were DLC bosses. So hopefully they'll cook with some DLC. I'm just blabbing, yapping, so on and so forth while this fight takes an obnoxiously long fucking time. But it's worth it. We're going to get Weave Light, which is nice because it gives you, basically gives you an extra Silk Heart without having to get a Silk Heart. And that's nice. That reminds me, I got to add Silk Hearts to the run. See if they're convenient enough to grab. I know the second one's pretty easy. Just got to go see where it is. Add it to the fucking run. Grab that Rune Harp. This is for our 5th Mask Shard. It's up that elevator shaft and to the right. If you didn't put all that together. I cut the footage in a weird way because I actually ended up getting the Mask Shard later. Because at first I crossed it off saying it wasn't possible to get. And I was like, wait, yes it is. What am I talking about? I thought I needed double jump. I thought it was in a different spot entirely. It's not. It's right here. And I somehow managed to bring myself all the way down to 1 health just to make it interesting. You gotta make it interesting. I mean, the stakes couldn't be higher, you know? So, you definitely don't want to die here either because, again, if you don't bench, you're gonna be pretty far away. So, if you need health, you can even bop on top of these guys, you know? And then, I didn't even bother healing myself because I got those balls of steel. I don't give a fuck. Warp back. If you needed to end up using the bench, then, well, warp back to, you know, and then walk back. Like I did. Like a dumbass. Okay, now we're taking Aira to the Shellwood. And we're going to find the missing courier. I actually ended up just finding this by accident. I was just trying to find an entrance to Blasted Steps, but I said, you know what, let me keep this in because it's actually route applicable. It was also nice to figure out that there's no way to get to Blasted Steps. I'm pretty upset because I really wanted Magnetite dice before Phantom and the Opera. But it is what it is. Wasting time fighting this fat body over here. Could have just walked away. Could have just walked away. But you did it, you prick. I need nourishment. Well, you feed me your puffins. I don't activate any of these because I'm not soft. Enzo Amore's theme. WWE. Come on now. He's just down here, but I didn't know that yet. I said, ooh, trackies. So I sniffed out the tracker, and the tracker trolls you a little bit, but that's okay. But yeah, basically all you gotta do is fall down this room. He's to the leftish, getting harassed by two little fatties. You can silk spear him for super swag. Look at that little bug carrying all that stuff. Then again, bugs can carry a ton of weight, so I guess it makes sense. Bugs probably make great couriers. And you warp back. And if you have 750 spool, you could buy it. You could buy the next spool fragment from the lady. We're gonna head on back to. I don't know where I am. We're at Greymoor. See, this is why we need the fast travel point. So make sure you do grab that fast travel point earlier in the game, where I set the reminder, or before I set the reminder even, actually. Well, from there, you're going to take this direction that I'm taking, which is back into this long room, vertical room with the scissor men. The scissor men. And we're going to climb up. We're going to climb uppity up until we get to here. And you're going to find some assholes. I mean, unless your health is low, I wouldn't really suggest fighting them. Because, again, if you're fighting enemies in this game at full health, you're an idiot. They're literally not going to give you experience points or anything useful. So we unlock the elevator. I take this opportunity to save at the halfway home, because if you don't save at the halfway home and die during Sinner's Road, it's a very unhappy journey going back, to say the least. Now, Sinner's Road is fun. We do some stuff here. We get our second and final red tool, which is the tax. And no, I'm not talking about government theft. I'm talking about TACKS. And I normally wasn't going to get the tax, but I realized that if you don't... the only reason I was able to beat an arena later on in the game was because I had tax. So I said, you know what? Let me just pick these motherfuckers up, because they're on the route. They're easy. They don't require a craft metal. It's just a grinding quest, so it was easy. It was an easy choice at that point. Now, my dumbass went right first because I'm stupid, but we cut that shit out, and I go straight up now. There's nothing to the right. I think you could bop that guy's head to get up there and skip, but since we're getting the tax anyway, there's no reason to skip, so we're gonna go to the right, and we're gonna go do some business through this room. The business. These fucking guys with their fucking jump back mechanics. Freaking bastards. And this is where we're first introduced to the maggot water. Everybody's favorite water, you know. You do not want to get touched by them maggots, because them maggots is faggots. And if that word offends you, I apologize, but I was brought up in a household with a father who called me that on many, many occasions. Therefore, it has stuck into my vernacular. And, you know, my father called me that my whole life, and I still turned out fine. So, you'll be alright. You could hear a word. It won't do nothing to you. It's just a word. It can't hurt you. Wow. Fucking wow. I remember being mad after that. But this is what we have daggers for. For when you feel like you're going to have a close encounter of the dead kind, you just run away and throw them daggers. Tell me that ain't a great pickup. Best fucking tool in the game. Change my mind. Fucking debate me. Just don't fucking shoot me. Too soon? It's pretty messed up. I'll lose my job. Like everybody else. I don't even think it's funny. I take it very seriously. I was pretty upset about that whole thing. I'm just making a joke about it because that's the only way I can process grief. So, take that for what it is. That's how we get to the fat dudes over here. We're gonna cop this quest, Roach Guts. Ugh. Hate roaches. But these roaches are alright, because they're gonna give us tax. Fucking tax pay. Speaking of politics, we're gonna get big tax write-ups. We ain't ducking the tax this run. That's for sure. We're patriots. We do our tax. We get our tax done. Oh. Now we gotta unlock the bench. This was a close one. I didn't even know that this was a thing. In my original run, I never found the secret passage to unlock the thing. I just said, oh, this game's troll. I hate it. I'm leaving a negative review, which I did. You can find it. You can find it on my Steam profile. And I left a lengthy-ass motherfucking review of how pissed off I was that these guys didn't know how to balance their early game correctly. But then I kind of I thought to myself, maybe the game design is that you pick up upgrades until you feel comfortable, and the game was never, and the game is just always balanced for endgame. So it's like, it's kind of like BioWare games. You know, in a BioWare game, it's like the beginning of the game is always the hardest part because you just don't have like a talent yet. You have no skill. So I kind of feel like they use the same design philosophy in this, which I don't think is a great design philosophy for a 2D platformer, but hey, if that was your design philosophy, then I guess at least it makes a bit more sense. Now I'm rambling. That was terrible. But I mean, if I'm not doing it with 1 HP, balls to the wall, freaking out, then I'm not going to take it very seriously. So I gotta up the ante a bit. Raise the stakes, if you will. And make everything more of a nail-biting, excruciating experience than it needs to be. Nice, falling the maggots. Doesn't matter, because we're going to unlock the gate. As a matter of fact, I did find this secret path when I played, but I had no idea that I had to hit those branches. And I even said, I was like, what was the point of this whole thing? This was just a stupid little fucking thing behind the save point. It's already a troll save point, and now I got to deal with this? Fuck you, was my thought. I thought it was just trolling me, because it was like, it forces you to basically jump into those maggots because you don't have the harpoon yet. But now that you know, put them rosaries in, take a nap, leave this motherfucker. Now we're going to head back to the entrance, and we're going to grind the 3 roaches for roach guts. I cut that shit because it's boring. Once you see the text turn yellow, you know you're maxed. Reset. Head back to this guy, and we are going to get the tax, and then you're going to quit, reset, bam. Put those tax on. Put them on. Put them on right now. What are you waiting for? Fuck, they're the greatest. And now we have 2 red tools, 2 blue tools, and we're just waiting on the magnetite dice. I have no idea how I'm going to route it into the run, but we'll see. We'll see. Hope I don't have to fight the last judge to get them, because if I do, I don't even know. I might not unlock the second yellow slot, because I was thinking about it. I was like, what other yellow tool is actually useful? We're not going to need the compass, so that's out. Don't need compass. And we don't need barbed bracelet, because who's trying to take more damage? We don't need, like, what is it? You want the backwards run? The spider crawl? The spider crawl is actually hella cool. You can run up walls with it, which is pretty sick. But, no, we're not getting that item. The fuck? It's dumb. Okay, I fucked up and jumped in a pile of maggots, so, you know, but grab that secret wall there, and then get rid of your maggots if you have them like me. You could use the fat guy over there with the chains to grind, you know, spoolage. Now, I don't know where that cocoon came from, because I would never die in the mist. I'm not a bitch, so it was nice of them to put that there for me. And they even gave me some free beads. Now, the speedrunner trick is you do 2 flies, and then you go to the left, and then you do 2 more flies, and then you go to the right. I don't remember. I don't even think I do it right this first time, because, oh no, I skipped my first missed run because I died. But even here, I think I still fuck up. We'll see. I knew it was to the left, but I wanted to make sure, because I didn't want it to reset, even though I'm on the first try. So it wouldn't matter if I reset. The first time I actually did the mist, believe it or not, I had no idea it was a puzzle and had anything to do with the needle in, and I literally just kept walking left. I said, if this is a puzzle, if I just keep going to the left, eventually it'll have to unpuzzle itself. And the strategy actually fucking worked. Now, I don't know if I just got dumb luck or if you can actually just keep going to the left and eventually it'll work. But either way, I just kept going left. It took a really long time, but I got to the organ house eventually. So I thought that was pretty funny. What, buddy? What are you yelling about? Yeah? You want to talk about the mist? Hey, say something insightful. Say something. This is your time. Say it. No, you don't want to talk anymore. Anyway, there's nothing really crazy about the mist. You're just walking around trying not to die. The fucking rates are fucking AIDS. Legit AIDS. They fuck everything up. That's nice though. You love to see that. You love to see them getting killed. Again, because I guess they're ghosts. They look like ghosts. That or cum stains. Mist just takes place under a black light the entire time. That's what's going on. You're just seeing the stainage. I think that's it though. Yeah, that's it for the mist. Yeah, we're out of there. We're out of there, motherfucker. We're going to the organ house. Let us in. Gotta go fight Phantom now. I've been dreading this. It's not a really hard fight, and I could actually cheese it with you could cheese it with the Hunter Crest. You just gotta use the dash attack, and then dash over her, and 90% of the time you'll never get hit. Because you dash, which bounces off, and then you're above her. Then you can either do the 45-degree attack, dash away, or if she's gonna do something, you can just dash away. But it's pretty easy, which is nice. But anyway, I did not want to die against that stupid little bat. That would have been a travesty of the 18th kind. And bam, gonna grab this motherfucker. Okay, we're almost finally done with Act 1. This was such a massive undertaking of a video to make, and there was still tons of screw-ups and mess-ups and things out of order. But I'm doing the best I can with what I have available to me. I use a Steam Deck and a cell phone. I have no PC for video editing, so it's very difficult to like go back and fix things, because unfortunately I do the audio. For some reason, the audio and the, when I record, it doesn't attach itself to the video, so I would have to go back and move all the audio of me talking, or record or don't record in post. But I prefer recording in post. So it is what it is. I still think this is pretty coherent, and once I have this done, I'm gonna just do a run with, live commentary and put that up. So that'll be a better example than this, for sure. We're just gonna run through the organ house here and be stupid, look at a mirror for no reason. I double check what this was for. It's for the shortcut. Duh. I don't know what I did that for. Waste of time. Gotta go to the right. There's no reason to go left. So you just go right. There's a little bit of platforming. Don't get hit by the steam. I'm sure you already know that. I remember when I first fought Phantom, it was so hard. This time you see there's no cocoon, no editing shenanigans. I do it on my first try. That's right. I think this is the first boss that I do in my first try this whole run so far. No, maybe Moorwing? No, I don't even think. No, I think Moorwing killed me too. It's the 6th mask. It's the 6th mask that makes the difference. Not gonna lie, that 6th mask is huge. But this boss is pretty simple, really. I want to say just don't get hit and dodge the obvious, but I feel like that's, what's the word, pretentious. But really, I mean, there's really nothing more to say. Her moves are super readable. Like, she says cardigan and all this other stuff. Cardigan. Yeah. Yeah. She's like Howard Dean. And then we're going to take back the Citadel. Yeah. Cardigan. If you accidentally tap her while she's countering, all you gotta do is jump, float. But really what you want to do is hit her when she does that stance. Well, you want to wait till the stance is over and then hit her, but I'm just saying it's like a free hit when she parries. Yeah. I feel her pain though. As somebody who always parries at the wrong time, I feel Phantom's pain, Oh, whoa, Metal Gear 5 reference? Chill, bro. Damn, off the dome? Phantom Pain, you know my name. Shit is James. I'm playing the games. Stupid. Okay, you should easily get your Shoryuken when she does that dive. But of course, I'm a garbage pail, so I didn't get it. Let's try again. Shoryuken. There you go. Don't make me break out my Shin Shoryu, bro. Don't make me break it out. You don't want the Shin version. The variant goes hard. It's true. I got so lucky right there. Actually, I get 2 lucky heals this fight. Pretty sure, actually, the end is insane because, like, I'm about to literally die, and the heal goes off as she hits me, and the shield, I think, saved me. And the heal still goes off, so it was pretty jump off. Wow, there's an expression nobody uses anymore. Shit was jump off, brah. Jump off what, idiot? Like, what are you talking about? Slang is so stupid, but I love it. Come on. Come on, damn you. Shit, I think Widow is harder than this bitch. Just gonna do this 5 times. On the 5th one, you can give her a Shin... Not a Shin Shoryu, you give her a regular Shoryu. I don't think... Hollow Knight doesn't have access to Shin Shoryu. Neither does his Silksong variant. Now I could be doing extra damage with the Silk Spear, but I just wanted to play it safe. I wanted to kind of do this with just swords, you know, we're both honorable swords women's. So I wanted to just remain true and honorable in battle with just my weapon. You know, I didn't want to, no shenanigans, just pure skill. That's what the true warrior code is. Gotta be a warrior. Granted, she's like, you seriously using Reaper Crest, bro? And I'm like, you seriously got a fucking Sephiroth pin, bro? And she's like, alright, fair. Touche. Touche being an applicable word, actually, because, you know, touche is what they say in a sword fight. And it's what you say when you counter somebody's argument very well. So it's like, whoa, double meaning. There it is. There's the heal that saved my ass. I was supposed to fucking die right there, 100%. And then the fight ended. How lucky is that, man? Wonder what happens if you never press parry. Because I was sitting there, and I'm not really good at like pressing buttons when they pop up on the screen. That's why I hated the what was it called? The real-time event era for video gaming, which was like between what 2007 and 2011. Like every game had those like even Resident Evil 4 had them. And to this day, I can't play the original Resident Evil 4 because I can't react to the random buttons that appear on the screen. That rolling rock will still like just kill me like 100%. Which in my opinion, having random QuickTime events, that's what they were called, QuickTime events, is fucking cheap and stupid. They should always be the same fucking thing. Now I'm just bitching about QuickTime events, but really, what's there to say? Go up the elevator, go through the passageway, go in the only direction you fucking can go. You heat up your dino nuggets while you're waiting. Dino nuggies. And then you can scratch your butt and sniff your finger while you crawl up this fucking corridor. Like, what do you want me to fucking say, man? It's the game. It's Hollow Knight Silksong. You've played it. I've played it. We all played it. Now we're just trying to get this dumb fucking achievement so we don't have to fucking play it. Now this is the free memory locket that I gotta tell past James about. I even left a editor's note here. Gotta tell past me about this. Yes, sir. We're gonna not get the one in Pilgrim's Rest. You'll probably have seen an edit about that back in the day, about an hour ago. And here we are. We're not gonna get maps because we're big dick like that. We are gonna get Ada, our fat baby bitch. And we're gonna head back to the Blasted Steps, although this looks more like Shellwood. Oh, no, we didn't get to Blasted Steps yet. Okay, yeah, no, we're going to Blasted Steps now via Shellwood. And I must have fucked up because for some reason, I think I activated Act 2. This dude's supposed to be dead in Act 2, but since I never activated him in Act 1, I ended up having to roll the dice against him. So if present you is listening to this and not playing at the same time, which I highly advise because this fucking shit is all fucked up. This guy's fucking great. Ujaba, shambala, shumbala. Yo, pay your taxes, bitch. Hold that. Pay your taxes. That's right. Taxes will kill you, motherfucker. Garnish these wages, starve you out. Tax. So you grab those tax. And we keep it moving. Basically, we're in the Shellwood and we're just crossing a bunch of ponds, and then we're going to travel up a vertical chamber. And then we're going to go to the blasty steps and we're going to do a bunch of platforming shit. And then we're going to get those fucking dice, man. Those dice, those goated ass dice. Like I said, I done fucking goofed. I was probably supposed to talk to homie before I fought Phantom or something, because I fucked the game up, bro. I went into Act 2. Motherfucker was alive, bro. But I actually learned how to do the dice game, so that was like a silver lining, I suppose. It's actually very easy. You kind of like very quickly count to 13, like 1, 2, 3, 4. And then as you see, I was going to really call her Silksong. As you see Spider fucking lift her arm up, just fucking release those dice. Like, it's a quick timing. Like, they say count to 4, but I mean, people must count to 4 differently than me, because when I was counting to 4, it didn't work. And then they also say count to 14 arm shakes, but I counted 13 arm shakes, and then she lifts the arm up. So I did that quick 13 count, and then I just started counting on the frame data, because I'm more of a fighting gamer than a counter, apparently. So it was easier to see her lift her arm up than it was to count. How fucking sad is that? Her tiny little claw. And you know what? That is so traditional of me, bro. I promise you that fucked up me getting the pale oil 2 times, the courier quest. I promise you that fucked me over twice. And one time I actually got to the kitchen with the fucking meat, and I didn't know where the fuck the guy was. I was looking all on the first floor, and then I realized there was a second floor, and as soon as I hopped up, the fucking meat popped. I was like, are you fucking kidding me, man? What are you doing on the second floor? What are you doing up there? What are you doing up there? Staying away from you. That's a nice outfit. Did your husband make it for you? Ah! People say that joke didn't age well. I say those people suck. And I say I like Peter Parker making jokes like that. I think it's hilarious. Kill old man snail. He's like the only snail you'll ever see that doesn't have like magical powers. It's very strange. I was like, that was weird. What is he doing? Just swinging a cane, you know? Swinging a cane, swinging a cane. I know the quote, swinging a chain. I'm quoting Kung Pao. Way the shit. I fucking hate that piece of shit garbage. Although I'd probably appreciate it more now. Now that I hate myself a little bit more and can put up with more bullshit. I don't really fight. I'm not a fighter, you know? If I need rosaries, I'm just gonna grind. It makes more sense. It doesn't make sense to just kill random motherfuckers on the path. It's better to just hone in and focus on one thing. Yeah, the kids say lock in, but I done been on that hone in. So, I stay honing. Honing my skill, honing in, etc. Now, you can go grab the charge if you want. The Pinstress is in that direction. I don't recommend it. I don't really think the charge is very useful in this game, only because, and I realized this much later, when you hit people with charge attacks, when you hit the bugs or anything with charge attacks, it doesn't give you spoolage, bro. You get no spoolage. So I'm like, well, the charge is useless, because if you're in a pinch and you're just trying to fuck something up and get some spool and land a big hit at the same time, you can't. That's not an option. It's actually not an option. I don't know why. Well, I actually, in my opinion, I think that was a mistake. I think they just, like, forgot to fix that. That sounds wrong to me, because, like, okay, so here's how, like, her silk building system works like this. You hit enemy with weapon, it builds silk in her butt. So, hypothetically speaking, hitting somebody with a charge attack should give you more silk and not less. Am I wrong? Based on the rules of this game's universe, right? Am I wrong? Now, if those 3 idiots go in there and fix that shit, I will absolutely recommend getting charged. Like, if you get, like, because if it gave you like 3 times the spoolage, and you know you get a charge attack, that's all win. But as far as I could tell, the charge attack is completely fucking worthless. I mean, maybe there's something about it that I'm missing, but it's not useful, because usually if you're charging, you're in a pinch, and if you're in a pinch, you need spool. So go fuck yourself, charge, is basically what I'm getting at. I don't know what that did, if there's any use, but maybe it's like a shortcut or something. I just, you know what I mean? Like, if I see Switch, I hit. I see Dino Nuggy, I microwave. Like, it's that simple, bro. I'm a simple creature. I am Homo erectus, LMAO. Fucking Homo erectus, bro. The first of man, little brain, Cro-Magnon. Actually, I think Cro-Magnon is different from Homo erectus, but whatever. I just want to say Homo erectus as many times as I fucking can. And we finally made it to the fast travel point. So I fucking am always in a rush, and I fucked up and I activated that bench. Don't be me. Don't activate that bench. You don't need it. And then you're going to find your homie Lumble, this motherfucker, this fucking Costello from Abbott and Costello looking motherfucker. He's going to fucking play that shitty game with you. And you can either play the shitty game and actually make a little rosaries. If you can do it perfectly.